Yeah, it's definitely a special opportunity. Anytime you get to step out there on the field, it's a special opportunity. So, yeah, I'm really excited to take advantage of this upcoming season.
What are the emotions going to be like when you go out with fans for the first time ever in Refill Stadium?
Um, the normal first game emotion. Excited to get out there, excited to start playing against other teams for the first time.
Rod.
Coach Stacker mentioned yesterday that he has confidence in the defensive line, get the job done. What are you seeing from your rotation, and are there any guys in that rotation that stand out?
Um, yeah, a lot of guys been stepping it up throughout this fall camp and throughout the preseason. The guys like Jaquan Griffin, TK, and Mike, they all coming back from last year. We've added Malachi. You got Zeke coming in as a freshman. All those guys, they keep stacking days and showing that they catching the hang of what we got trying to do.
Is TK shaking the rust off, do you feel?
Yeah, TK coming on.
Okay.
Wade is listed at 26, is that what it's about?
Hmm?
Wade's about 26, it's listed, is that about right? Or is that,
Yeah, it's around there.
has it been higher than that, or is it that where it's situated a little bit? Or?
Previous season, it's been a little higher.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Was that kind of a conscious effort to, like, this is a better, you feel like this is a win for you, or?
It's been more about body composition, making sure I got the right body composition, building a lot more muscle.
Yeah.
So,
What's the highest you got to?
hmm?
What's the highest you got to like that?
Since I've been at Tech,
Yeah.
315.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow. You've had to work pretty hard
yeah,
to
it's yeah.
Kelly.
In terms of just the D-tackle rotation, the way you guys achieve practice, do you feel a little fresher right now than maybe the last 2 years going into the season? Just, it seems like maybe all this rep load has
Um, I
been
feel
more guys too.
yeah. That's the main thing. Having a bunch of guys that you can rotate with, that's keeping us fresh.
How, like, you feel like you guys, this is the deepest defense season you've been here in terms of just the defensive line?
I feel like this is the most trust we have throughout the room all together. From top to bottom, everybody building trust with each other. I feel like this is the most close we've been trust-wise with assignment on the football field.
Northern Illinois started three freshmen last year. Of course, they only had a chance to play 6 games. What did you see from them in those 6 games?
They're a hard-working line that they do what they coach to do, and we watching the film from last year, but you also got to think about those guys. They've been doing what we've been doing through the off season, getting better and building up for this upcoming season. So we'll see what they got coming.
Ken.
And I guess, like, the ice must feel quicker, or maybe more like yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Or
Yeah, that comes with better body composition. Working out and stuff.
is there something your diet kind of to help you, or?
Um, I can't really think right now off the dome.
Is it easier now? Like I imagine the school load and stuff is a little different, and you're able to focus more on football, being able to work out.
Yeah, my schedule's a little bit more open for football now that I finally graduated. So it's been fun, being able to actually come in, focus more on my body, get some extra film in. So it's been fun.
There's a group of you guys who are all sort of in that same boat. Is that kind of fun for you guys to talk about? Like, you kind of get together and give your guys a hard time about their classes, and you're kind of chilling a little bit more?
Yeah, it's always funny, seeing guys get ready for class and you just sitting there, then they be like, "Don't you got class?" And you be like, "Nah, I graduated." But yeah.
Just to clarify, like, what is your class look like, and kind of how, what do you,
So for this semester, I got classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the other 3 days are free.
like, how many credits do you?
I'm in 12.
Are you getting another undergrad degree, or what do you?
Yeah, I'm currently in another undergrad.
Anything else for John? Appreciate you, John. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Tre Swilling, and Rod, if you want to start us off.
Right, there's been a lot of talk about you playing different
So actually, we just kind of started this maybe a year and a half ago, before last season, maybe I guess 2 years ago. Just trying it out. Position flexibility is a big thing that Coach Collins likes to mention and bring up for everybody, to have guys just in different roles. And I've been able to be fortunate enough to excel in different positions, and just being able to just play and do whatever to help the team. So that's kind of my approach to it. Whatever the team needs that week is kind of my focus, and all in all, just want to win.
Kelly?
Northern Illinois, I think it's number 3, but they have like a really talented receiver. Kind of what you see on tape from them and their offense as well.
Like you said, a really talented receiver. I know they have a transfer quarterback from Michigan State. Nice arm, good accuracy. They're real good players. Northern Illinois' number 3 receiver had a pretty good year stat-wise last year. He gets a lot of targets. So I just expect it to be a fun matchup. To go out there, compete, and just go for the win, just as always. But on film, he looks really good, really fast. Does great contested catches, so should be a good game.
Okay.
And being able to play again for the full capacity crowd, is there like a specific part of that experience that you're really looking forward to having again?
For sure, just running out and hearing them scream, third down, hearing them go crazy, kickoff, the first kickoff, and everybody yelling boom as we kick the ball. It's those things you can't imitate. Those things that they don't even practice. It's just genuine. It's just authentic things that you just kind of miss. The looks on people's faces when you make a play. The looks on your guys' faces when a big play happens and we're all on the sideline and it's loud and it's going to be a Saturday night in Bobby Dodd Stadium. It's just almost everything that you want coming back from off of no fan, well, limited fans, not a full capacity stadium.
Rod?
Yeah, I think it helped us as well, because it just gets us on the same page. Just like anything else, if you have a conversation with another person in a different room and try to bring that same conversation to someone else, you're going to miss a few things that might slip out and be able to see through the cracks. It might be minor things that come up. And in football, most of the time in practice, you only have a certain amount of plays, a certain amount of time to get those things in. So if there's one adjustment, you might have to hold that one adjustment from that one time 4 or 5 games down the line and get it adjusted. And one coach might make it rather than another coach. Another player might bring it up rather than another player. So us meeting together and us being in more unit meetings has allowed us to kind of be clear and transparent with how we're going to approach the offense and just our defensive scheme for that week.
Kelly?
There seems to be a little bit of a quiet confidence with the team right now. And is that something you guys are feeling? And do you feel good about where you guys are at in your preparation?
I do feel good where we're at in our preparation, but I think truthfully we're trying to keep our head down and keep working. We know how the start of the season always feels, as far as feeling good going into the first game. I don't think many teams around the country feel bad going into the first game, player-wise, because we all have a high sense of pride and everybody's put a lot of work in to get to that point. So at this point right now, we're trying not to even think about anything else besides preparing and taking advantage of each day, keep our confidence within the preparation of work, and just being able to go out and execute at a high level.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but David Shannon, punter from Ireland, he's never played in the game before. I'm curious, what advice would you give him, or what's that going to make you think through that possibility?
It's just like practice, one play at a time, one kick at a time. That's all it is. It's just like practice. There's a lot more people there to see, but that's just more of an audience for you to go out there and showcase your skills and just have fun, play hard.
So you got to know it all?
Yes, we got to know them a lot, because we have our special teams means we have everybody in our special teams mean. The punters just don't meet by themselves. The gunners just don't meet by themselves. Everyone's around each other to see what this guy does well, what this guy does not well. Everybody needs to work on it. It allows everybody to be accountable in a sense.
Kelly?
In terms of just getting, out there and back at it, do you feel like the way they changed the preseason and cut back on the formats and tackling and stuff, do you feel like you have enough preparation there? Did you like it? Did your body appreciate it maybe for a lower level?
We do a very good job of emphasizing body position and emphasizing, during our tackling circuits, knowing that we don't have that many times during the week to go full padded practices and tackling and be able to knock around and bang. But I think once it gets to a certain point where you have some guys that's played a little bit, you have a little bit more experience than you had in the past, you're able to teach body position and how it's supposed to look with tackling and being able to thud and just not bring it to the ground. All the great teams, the great defenses, everybody on the team and defense knows how to tackle. That's why we're here. No one doesn't know how to tackle at this point. Now it's just being able to finish the play and being able to go out there and really just execute. take them to the ground the right way, strip for the ball, go for the ball, and line up, play the next play.
Rod?
Has that attack mentality worked with the guys up front and maybe forcing the passer to maybe throw a little sooner than he wants to, that type of thing, and set up some possibilities for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think that now also, along with the unit means we're able to see, and our coach has pointed out a good job of when the D-line does well, how it affects the back end. When the back end does well and covers down, it allows the D-line to get a better pass rush and be able to get more sacks. So we all are counterparts of each other, and I think that allows us to let them get rushed, us to make more plays on the ball, and them to get more sacks. That's essentially what we want. We want everybody to win, and just me as a DB, we only go as far as our D-line goes. You know, as far as the guys up front, and they play good, and they go out there and work hard, and working their butt off all offseason, so I'm looking forward to seeing them go out there and make some plays as well.
Ken, if you want to wrap us up with Tre.
Yeah, you went down to South Florida, I think, and
Yes.
you describe kind of what you did.
Yeah, in May I went down to train. Down there, I had some extra time off to go out there and train, and also take advantage of the time off and just get away from Atlanta, get away from New Orleans. It was time for me to really focus and lock in and prepare myself for this past offseason in June and July, and really just was able for me to take advantage of the time off and be in a specific space, controlled environment, and just working out, and just not really worrying about anything else. I graduated last fall, so as far as classes this off season in May, I had nothing. So all I had to do was football, and it was wonderful, and I just enjoyed it really.
Awesome. Thanks, Tre.
Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Tre.
I see a lot of competitiveness from those guys. They're not scared to get their nose in there and make tackles. They compete for balls on the perimeter. They play they're very disciplined. I noticed that. They, whatever coverage they're in, they play that, as well as they can and as disciplined as they can. And I've seen that, because of how disciplined they are on the back end, the secondary, we've got to just be clean, with our execution, our plays and everything we're doing. We can't expect them to really bust coverages because they're not really that type of program. So I expect them to come out here and play, clean football and play discipline.
Kelly?
The chemistry between you and Jeff and the other receivers, you guys have all, for the most part, all been here at least spring, obviously been here for 2 years with Jeff.
Right.
Just kind of how far along do you feel like that is now, and how you feel like your chemistry?
I think we've came a long way from when Jeff first got here. This is a true sophomore year, so he's still young, but we've done a lot of work. Like I said in the past interview, from the off season, but then bringing that into preseason camp. And now into practice, preparing for the game, and you're just seeing the timing. It's just becoming, more and more natural, more and more second nature, and it's not really something that we're really, harping on at this point in the season. It's like timing. It's more just, plays off plays. Right now we're just expanding, in our playbook, and we're not really worried about, we got to get this timing down. Jeff, you got to throw it like this, or receivers, you got to run that route to this spot. We've kind of, I'm not going to say perfected it, but it's gotten to the point where we're real comfortable in, our quarterback and ourselves, and, just trusting that he'll put it in that spot, and he trusts us as receivers to go get it. So it's definitely came a long way.
Ken?
It seemed like your receiver group is deep. I'm curious
Yes,
how you feel about where you guys are.
very
and
deep.
what you can do together.
I think we're at a great spot. Everybody's so confident. I mean, even down to the freshman guys. Guys like Malik Rutherford. You got Jamal Haynes. Like James Blackstrain. Like, they're really coming out here and they're just becoming more and more confident every day. As the older guys, we really try to help them, and we really try to keep their heads up. Whether you make a mistake or not, we try to remind them like football is football. What I'm saying? It's just like high school. Just go out here and play your game, and you're going to get good results from that. And I think because, we drill that in their head that, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can come out here and play. I think that's just brought the best out of everybody, especially those young guys who are just coming in and learning the playbook. So it just brought the best out of everybody. So at this point, it's like you can just about throw a freshman in the game if you want to, and he's not going to have any second thought on what he got to do. I feel like they're just as confident as us.
Kelly?
In terms of your own production and kind of goals for the season,
Right.
you've gone up exponentially each year in your per game catches. Is there something in particular as a number that you have in mind that you'd like to hit, or as a unit?
See, as a unit, I as a unit, I wanted us to get about 3,000 yards this season as a unit. I didn't have any personal goals. I think that was, more of how I was thinking in high school, just, thinking about, just getting the ball all the time. But at this point, I've realized being a senior in college football, when it comes to responsibilities and jobs and protecting other guys, there's so much more to the game than what you want. So, it's really gotten to the point where I'm not really, worried about personal goals. I know that, the more I worry about just my job and my teammates taking care of them, that'll come with it. So I haven't had any personal goals like per game or season goals, touchdowns, yards per game, nothing like that. But as a unit, I definitely do want us to get about 3,000 yards this season as a unit. And I think, we could definitely do that. But, yeah, no personal goals, though. Just want us to do great as an offense and as a wide receiver unit.
Rod, BJ's a guy we didn't hear too much about when he first came here, but
Right.
he seems to really be coming on now.
Oh, yeah.
What do you expect from him this season?
I expect exactly what I see at practice, and that's discipline and route running. That's him going up for contested catches. That's him being confident. That's him playing strong, playing physical. I expect a lot from PJ. He's a veteran at this point in the offense, so you don't really worry about him when you put him on the field. He's pretty smart, and he knows what other guys got to do too, so he can even help out, other older guys or other younger guys. But PJ is a vet, and PJ is very technical in his route running. So that's what I expect from him. I expect him to play discipline, play strong, play fast, and play physical.
I don't even remember this, but I think a year ago, or probably about this time in camp, I think we were asking you about goals for the season. I think you were saying how you wanted to win.
Right.
The last didn't work out quite that way. Can you kind of speak to kind of even greater hunter of let's get them wins together?
Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, that's all we want to do. I mean, we literally it's a win 21. You got 21-21 on the clock right now. Like, that's literally all we've been worried about, from when the offseason started. So just winning, man. Going out there and playing discipline, playing clean, and playing confident is a huge piece of that. We just got to go out there and understand that we don't have to play like underdogs. Even though they're going to have us as underdogs for most of our games this season. I'm sure y'all have seen the schedule. But there's no reason to go out there and play like that. We know we got the guys, we know we got the coaches, and we know we got the discipline. We know we got the confidence to go out there and play with any team in this nation. So, I mean, at this point, winning is all on our minds. That's the only thing we're really focused on at this point, just winning. We've gotten past trying to get bigger and stronger and learn the playbook and gel with the coaches. We've gotten past all that. So right now, we just got to go out there and play our brand of football, and that will definitely result in wins.
Rod, if you want to wrap this up with Malachi?
When you're playing a team that's considered an underdog down the road,
Right.
is it important for you guys to go out there and take control of the game right away and not let them hang around, not let them build up their confidence?
Oh, no, that's a huge thing. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the Citadel game 2 years ago when we lost to them, and that was just a lack of focus and a lack of attention to detail and understanding that just because they're Citadel doesn't mean that they can't come in here and beat us, and they showed us that on our home field. So, I mean, I think after that game, I don't think we'll ever take a team lightly again just because, it was embarrassing. And, that's not something we want to have on our reputation here at Georgia Tech. So, definitely a huge thing will be taking control of this game, and that's exactly what we're about to go and do on Saturday night. Just going to go in there, play disciplined football, clean football, and take control and know that, we are the dominant team on the field. So, yeah, that's a huge thing, just knowing that, it doesn't matter who we're playing. It doesn't matter if it's NIU. It doesn't matter if it's a team that's, smaller than them. We got to go out there and dominate. If that's what we're supposed to do, then that's what we need to go out there and do from the start of the kick. So I think that's what we're going to go do. We're going to go out there and dominate and show them, what we've been working on this offseason.
Okay. Malachi, appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you guys.
They're a consistent defense, they stay true to their coverage, and they look like a pretty solid team to me. We just got to go out there and execute against them.
Go ahead, Carter.
I was just saying, are you excited that you haven't had a real experience here seeing full fans, all that, and getting to open at home?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Go out there and battle with my bros and get to show what we can do and show what we've been working for and just go out there and play for them. Because I know they got my back and I'm going to have their back. And then got my family coming, so it's just going to be a great night.
Rod?
The longer you play with the offensive line, back and forcing some momentum in spring, does your confidence continue to grow and say, hey, we're going to do some good things?
Oh yeah, every single day we get better every day, and I just look at the O-line and I just say wow, because they've gotten tremendously better. I trust them a lot more. It's not like I never trusted them, but I trust them a lot more this year, and I just feel like we have a close relationship. I have a close relationship with all the guys on the O-line. I try my best to talk to them every day and just joke around with them and just be that brotherly figure to them. And I just feel like this is gonna be a special offense.
Rod?
You notice a difference in the communication in the second year with you and Mikey and how he prepares the line and whatever you call it?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things last year that I didn't do that I do this year, and so just making sure that everybody's set, making sure that Mikey can get his calls. Just really just being patient before I snap the ball, or if I see that he's making calls at the line or something, I'll wait for him, and we'll communicate that on the field and off the field. And if it's something I don't see that they see, they'll tell me off the field that they seen it in the game, and we'll just get it right.
Doug?
Coach Pagno said that he has the full playbook in now and every variation of formation and plays. I guess how different is your comfort level and how much more of a playbook you have now than you had a year ago this time?
Yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable this year. It's really just putting in the work and staying in the playbook. Because sometimes I could forget some things that I wouldn't go over. So it's really just standing there, going over it, watching film, and just trying to learn every day.
And how difficult is it to make adjustments? When maybe you don't have everything and now you have a lot more tools at your disposal and being able to adjust in game and stuff. And you notice the difference just in that?
What did you say?
Have you noticed a difference in the ability to make adjustments on the fly, I guess?
Yeah.
Now with your understanding?
Yeah, it's definitely helped me being in there with Coach P and just going over things in film rooms and meetings. Just because on the field I noticed things that I probably wouldn't have noticed last year, and it helps me make changes, make adjustments, make checks to the plays, and it just helped me get the offense in the right situation at all times.
Go ahead, Rod.
You talk about playmakers, everyone seems to naturally point to the running back. It looks like, though, you have the same type of group with the slot receivers, with Gallup, Golden, and Rutherford. Do you think those guys have that same type of capability, big play capability?
Yeah, I definitely feel like our receiver core is going to be dangerous. Outside receivers, they make big plays on the ball. They go up and get the ball, they get open, and then the slot receivers, they're all shifty, so they get open quick, and they all just like you can't guard them. So it's good having all those weapons outside, and then having the backs in the backfield that pretty dangerous. So it's a lot of weapons for me.
What goes through your mind, as you get ready for your preparation for a game? Kind of walk us through what these couple of days are like for you, just getting ready for
It's really for me just making sure that I'm comfortable with everything that they do. So it's really just watching them all over and over again just to make sure that I'm good with any blitz or any stunt that they'll bring or any defense that they'll be in. So it's really just preparing better than I've ever have. And that's something I've been working on, just making sure I'm better prepared than I was last year. And that's something I'm going to do for every game, just watching them and making sure that in practice I'm trying to perfect my craft so I can, show it in the game.
Ken?
obviously, but I think what their players were saying, I think we're up in Illinois, was that they recognize your running threat and they want to throw the ball. I'm curious if that is their game plan. What do you think about that?
I'm just going to follow our game plan and what we've been watching on them and just go out there and execute the offense.
Ken?
Can you, last year, this time when you were going to be a starter, what was that like for you? I mean, nerves or calm or anxiety, what was that going through your mind before you?
It was something that I wanted. I kind of expected it to happen because I worked for it and I prayed to God about it, and I mean, when they told me that I was going to be starting last year, I did get a couple butterflies. And with it being the Florida State game, it added some more butterflies. So it was just a thing that any freshman would go through, you know. But it felt good, and I kind of expected it to happen because I put my faith in God that I would get the desires of my heart and just put in the work for it, and it happened for me.
Kelly?
I was curious about your relationship with Trad, his understanding of the offense.
Yeah.
Kind of what has he meant to you to be able to help you with this?
Yeah, Chad definitely came in and took over that big brother role for the whole room. Sometimes in practice, when coach calls a play or he explains a play to us, Chad to come and he'll just talk us through it and ask us like different scenarios or what we do in different scenarios. And then if he sees something like while we're in, he'll pull us to the side and just talk to us about it. And yeah, he really helps us understand things and just calm us down.
Anything else for Jeff? Ken, if you want to wrap us up?
How much do you recognize on campus?
I mean, I only have one in-person class, so I'm barely walking around campus. So.
In that class, do you just say to people who you are? Or?
Probably, but I don't really, you know. I be trying to make it. I put my mask on and stuff, so I be trying to make it seem like people don't notice me.